Every single day, your dog looks at you, and you have no idea what they are actually seeing, not even close. Recent scientific discoveries about that simple moment are changing everything about how we should treat our dogs right now. By the end of this, you will never look at your dog the same way again. Welcome to Canine Mind. If you're new here, stay with me as we dive deep into what your dog is truly thinking, feeling, and trying to communicate every day. So, what does your dog really see when they look at you? The answer is not what most people assume, and it goes far beyond eyesight. It reaches into their nervous system, their ancient instincts, and a bond that science is only beginning to fully understand. First, your dog doesn't see a human, they see their pack. You've heard that dogs are loyal, but that loyalty runs much deeper than training or treats. It is wired into their DNA from tens of thousands of years ago. Dogs are the only species that voluntarily chose to leave the wild and live alongside humans. Not because they were trapped or forced, but because early wolves decided that life with humans was better together than apart. That decision never left their genes. When your dog looks at you, they aren't seeing someone who simply feeds them. According to animal behaviorist Alexandra Horowitz, dogs don't just form habits with their owners, they form identities. Your dog doesn't think of itself as an animal living in a human house. It sees itself as a full member of a group, and you are the center of that group. This is why your dog follows you from room to room, checks on you when you're sick, and sits beside you when you cry, even when they don't understand why you're upset. They aren't performing for a reward. They're doing what pack members do, staying close to the ones who matter most. Unlike cats, dogs evolved an entirely different social structure around humans. They learned to read our facial expressions, follow our pointing gestures, something even our closest primate relatives struggle with. They shaped themselves around us because, in their minds, we were worth it. Once you understand this, everything else your dog does starts to make deeper sense. Your dog isn't living in your world. You are living in theirs. Second, that thing your dog does with your dirty laundry isn't weird, it's love. You've probably come home to find your dog curled up on your unwashed shirt or proudly carrying your sock around the house. It might seem strange or even a little gross, but it is actually one of the purest expressions of attachment your dog can show. Your dog's nose contains up to 300 million olfactory receptors compared to our 6 million. They live in a scent-based world we can barely imagine. When you leave the house, your dog doesn't just miss you. They search for any trace of you. Your scent on clothing, pillows, or shoes becomes the next best thing to having you there. Research on canine separation anxiety shows that dogs given access to their owner's scent during absences display significantly lower stress behaviors. It wasn't a toy or another dog that calmed them, it was your smell. A study published in Animal Cognition took it further. When dogs were exposed to 5 different scents, strangers, other dogs, familiar dogs, themselves, and their owner's scent, activated the brain's reward center. Your smell literally lights up the parts of their brain associated with pleasure and anticipation. So the next time you catch your dog buried in your laundry, don't shoo them away. They aren't being odd. They are holding on to a piece of you, the dog version of keeping a cherished photo in their wallet. Third, your dog can read your emotions better than most humans can. Dogs have lived alongside humans for 15,000 to 40,000 years. In that time, they evolved a special muscle above their eyes that wolves don't have. This muscle, the Levata anguli-ocula medialis, exists for one purpose: to create facial expressions that communicate with humans. You know it as puppy eyes. When your dog raises that muscle, their eyes widen and their brow lifts, creating an expression that instinctively pulls at human hearts. But dogs don't just send signals, they receive them with remarkable accuracy. A landmark study from the University of Lincoln found that dogs are the only non-human animal capable of combining facial expressions and vocal tones to read human emotions completely. They notice when your smile doesn't match your stressed voice. They respond to the real emotion underneath, not the one you're pretending to show. Your dog knows when you're faking it. Fourth, the way your dog greets you when you come home is far more important than you realize. That explosion of joy, spinning, whining, jumping, licking isn't random chaos. From your dog's perspective, it is their nervous system finally exhaling. You're back. The world is safe again. Studies show that the quality of this greeting matters deeply. Dogs who receive even 30 seconds of focused attention, contact, calm voice, gentle touch, show significantly lower stress markers for the rest of the day. Dogs whose owners walk past distracted or tell them to calm down carry residual stress longer, 30 seconds. That's all it takes to tell your dog's nervous system that everything is okay. Next time you walk through the door, no matter how tired you are, get down on their level. Let them sniff your face and tell them you're glad to be home. To them, that moment is the entire day summed up in one reunion. Fifth, your dog would rather be with you than eat. This might sound impossible at first. We all know dogs are food motivated. Yet groundbreaking research by Gregory Burns, who trained dogs to lie still in MRI machines, revealed something stunning. For many dogs, the brain's reward centers lit up at least as strongly, and often more strongly, in response to their owner's praise than to food. When given a choice between a treat and time with their owner, a significant portion consistently chose the owner. They weren't performing. In their internal hierarchy of what feels good, you rank above food. This extends to social referencing. When dogs encounter something new or scary, their first instinct is to look at you, to read your face and mirror your response. They literally outsource their sense of safety to you, trusting your judgment over their own instincts. That level of trust is rare in the animal kingdom. Sixth, when your dog yawns at you, they might be talking. You've probably seen your dog yawn while relaxed or during a tense moment and assumed they were just tired. Canine behavior experts see it differently. Yawning is often a calming signal, a way dogs communicate that they are not a threat and are trying to reduce tension. Norwegian researcher Turid Ruggles cataloged these subtle signals. When a dog yawns during scolding or stress, they are saying, "I'm calm. We're okay." You can even yawn back deliberately. Many dogs visibly relax in response, softening their posture and lowering arousal. Other calming signals include slow blinking, signaling trust, and turning slightly away, showing you are not a threat. Every time you learn one more piece of their language, the relationship deepens. Seventh, you are literally the reason your dog is brave. Remember the last time your dog faced something scary, a loud noise, a stranger, or a new place. They likely look to you for reassurance. This is the secure base effect. A 2019 study from the University of Veterinary Medicine in Vienna showed that dogs with their owner present were far more willing to investigate novel or startling objects. They explored more confidently and recovered from fear faster. The owner didn't need to do anything special. Their mere presence changed the dog's brain chemistry and gave them courage. You are your dog's secure base, their fixed point that makes uncertainty bearable. They don't need you to be perfect. They don't need flawless communication. They chose you anyway. Every yawn they offer is forgiveness. Every greeting at the door is relief. Every time they look to you when afraid, they are saying you are their safe place in a big, unpredictable world. Your dog doesn't see a human when they look at you. They see their pack leader, their emotional anchor, their secure base, in the center of their entire world. And now that you know, maybe the next time they bring you a sock, stare at you with those big eyes, or greet you like you've been gone for years. You'll see it for what it really is, not just love, but the deepest kind of trust an animal can give. Go find your dog. Give them those 30 seconds. Yawn back if they're anxious. Let them know they're home. Because to them, you aren't just their owner, you're everything.